By the way, if at any point during this interview I refer to us as we...
Don't worry, I'm not going to take it personally. Okay. I'm not that bloke. Okay. You can call me what you like.
It's only because Sam Brown, who's just gone out, like used us in the same breath. And I've actually never been so flattered. Because I don't consider myself a good amateur or a shit pro. I'm like just an amateur. Like,
I think there's like, I would describe myself as like, I think it's a made up running group called like Sub-Elite. Sub-Elite.
Sub-Elite.
Yeah. So like Sub-Elite is like championship in London Marathon. So you've got like, in London, you've got like the elites.
Yeah.
Then you've got championship start.
Yeah.
Then you've got good for age. And then you've got masses.
Yeah.
And so like elite is Phil Sessman, 206 to 208 guys, down to maybe 214.
Yeah.
If you're British. And then then you get the like championship guys who are like really good runners. You couldn't make a career out of it. The only way you make a career out of it is by putting yourself all out online, essentially.
Yeah.
And then you have good for age, which is like you're a sub-3 marathoner. You're a very, very, very good one, like runner. But
that's good for age.
Good for age, yeah.
So does it...
You automatically get a place at London.
So it matters... What do you mean? So if you apply for the ballot, you just get it?
You automatically get it.
Oh, that's cool.
If you're sub 258, I think now.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
And does it help that I'm 37?
No, you're like a good for age, which is... And I don't know, I think it's... What's an age category? Is it 24 to... No, it's 18 to 34.
Simon, age categories, please, for the marathon.
It's something like that. But
I'm in like a golden oldie.
Yeah, and so
group,
then your times get slower to get into good for age.
But even like for Boston, because it used to, I thought that to register for Boston, it was sub 3 hour full stop for men.
Yeah,
but actually there's an age
thing.
And I think for my age, it's something like 3:10 or 3, maybe even slower. So I'm well in, mate.
But it's getting quicker and quicker.
Is it a straight line? I saw that for the first time the other day.
A straight line.
Boston Marathon is just like a straight line.
Yeah. I'm hot. I decided I was meant to do Boston this year, and I switched like 3 weeks ago
to London.
And then it was a perfect conditions, like 5 degrees, tailwind the whole way. That's why it was so quick. Everyone was smashing it because you literally had the maddest tailwind all the way. Just flew, and all the results were coming through, and I was looking at my phone being like, I wish I just firmed like $5,000 to just send myself there. Like, why did I do this to myself?
So yes, Simon, sorry, the age groups.
So it's 18 to 39 is like the first general group.
What? That's
unlucky, mate. You've got 2 more years.
5-year increments from that.
18 to 39? Yeah. That's a crazy spread. That can't be right. Surely it's like 18 to 30 and then like...
But marathon, you peak older. Look at Kipchoge. He's like 40 and he's still dropping a 206.
206 is wild. So your marathon PB is currently 2:17.
Yeah.
How did this all come about? Did you run as a kid?
No, I started in COVID.
You started running in
COVID, yeah.
5 years ago?
Yeah, about that. So 2020 came around. I was doing the classic, like, I was on a grad scheme for BT, doing telecoms. Not the most sexy, not gonna lie, you have great ambitions as a kid. And then you get your grad scheme and you're like, wow, 45 years of telecoms ahead. Can't wait. But I was, doing the 3-4 nights a week on the corporate circuit, getting pissed. And then COVID happened and you kind of locked away. And it kind of happened at a good time for me because I was just feeling, I'd always been interested in like health and fitness for sure. And at uni, I took it quite seriously. I did a bit of boxing. And then I kind of felt a bit lost. I tried everything like CrossFit, F45, did F45 for ages, got into that hype. Got, swayed by Mark Wahlberg.
I was about to say Marky Mark.
I met him actually at F45. It was the weirdest experience.
How was that?
They had all their, he had a massive crew there and they're just like pumping on and very American. So yeah, I guess like I was just doing burpees in my bedroom and then I was like, there was this, I don't know if you remember it, there was the Give 5, Nominate 5 and Run 5. Kind of crazy. Donated £5 to the NHS and told 5 other people to run a 5K. And I did it and I did like 19 minutes 50 for a 5K, and I hadn't really done any running.
And you just never ran before? Like
No.
You'd never laced up and just gone for like a jog, or maybe
but
you'd never ran before,
never
really as a
done
as a
any
sport.
programming or anything like that. Never done any. I was kind of a chubby kid. I played cricket. It's a great sport. You need hand-eye coordination. You don't need fitness. No shade. If Ben Stokes is watching this, I'm sure he's a fit guy, but it's about swinging your bat as hard as possible.
Again, those lads are insane.
They're animals. But
I think
schoolboy cricket,
different
level,
different league.
Yeah, very different gravy. So I started I didn't have any structure either. I just went out and did like zone 2 running, I guess if it was that, but I just went and ran, and it was like the hour a day.
Yeah.
You couldn't go outside for longer than an hour a day or you get arrested. I mean, I'm sure I wouldn't, but that was my program. So I literally went outside, ran an hour, and saw how far I could go each day, essentially. And then did that for like 18 months when the whole of lockdown. And then started to look into running a bit more, do some intervals, but nothing serious. And then when restrictions kind of ended, I did the Brighton Marathon. So I signed up, and that was in 2021 in September. And I did like a 3:03. And then I honestly thought that was it. I was like, I've done a marathon. Let's see what the next challenge holds. I don't know if this running thing will stick. And then my mate had a place at London in the October, literally like a month later, and was like, I need someone to fill it. Do you want to, because he worked for one of the sponsors. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. And I did like a 2:52. And then I was like, oh, that was cool. Didn't really have any concept of if that was good or not, because I didn't really know much about running, or I wasn't really part of the running community. And then everyone was like, oh, you should do Boston because you've got the time and that's the most iconic marathon in the world. So I was like, okay, I'll go and do Boston. And I did that in the April in 2022 and got a 2:38. And I was like,
it's what? It's so weird. A lot of our listeners are runners and kind of fully understand this kind of stuff. On the off chance that you're listening to this and you don't kind of understand these times, that time would take most people years of very serious, training and commitments and consistency to achieve. It feels like you've kind of just breezed it.
Yeah, I mean, I put a lot of miles in. I was always a high volume runner. I've always been able to do, my body's taken mileage well. But yeah, I was doing 100K a week. I literally, you could go back in my Strava and go, what the fuck's this guy doing? He had no idea what he was doing. I sometimes look back at my training and go that was so random, bizarre. And then, yeah, it's just kind of just spitballed, and I've thrown in some other random things. And then in 2024, I did Berlin, and that's when I got 2:19. And I thought it was a wasted opportunity to not start putting stuff online.
Are you making massive shifts to decrease your times this aggressively? So are you taking your 2:39,
2:38 in
2:38 experience and going, right, what do I need to dial into? Are you getting professional advice at this stage? How are you running a 2:19 on your own with no help?
I was self-coached, or whatever you want to call it, until January. So I had one coach for 2 months in 2023, which didn't end particularly well. And I kind of took that experience being actually, I just prefer to do it myself. And so, I mean, my basic structure was I ran probably for 3 years, 2 to 3 years, I ran 100 miles, essentially 140 to 160K a week. Did
every week
pretty much. Did an interval session, did a long run. Didn't really matter what I was training for. I was always training for something.
Yeah.
So did that from probably 2023 for 18 months.
And you had the full-time job at this stage?
Yeah. I had no life. You can do that. I mean, I'll never say, if you have a full-time job, you can run 100 miles a week. And there's lots of examples. But it does mean you have no life. I was definitely no social life, really.
So you're just working and running and
sleeping. And so if you have a family, you have actual responsibilities, completely, it's just not possible. And that's training twice a day. I was doing cross training as well. I was meal prepping every meal. I'd have breakfast, lunch, and dinner ready, a couple of snacks on the go. Like also by the
Are
end
you
of
paying attention to your calorific intake or your meals, or are you just doing that for time and ease?
time and ease for sure.
So you're not eating as well as you could be eating. You're not. You wouldn't say you were fueling like a professional athlete.
I mean, it was pretty like it wasn't bad. I was eating very clean, and I ate quite a lot. Like I've not changed weight in 2 years. I've been the same.
How much do you weigh?
73 kg. I've been 73, 74 for 2 years. So like I'm clearly like I must be like eating the right amount. And so yeah, I did the meal prepping for ease, and work found me weird, to be fair. Like my colleagues were like, you are just a bit strange. Like there's no doubt about it. Like you come in with like 3 Tupperwares. You eat like the rice thing. I've been doing that for years. Like
I really want to dig into the rice thing.
And yeah, I just kind of like woke up, did a run in the morning, did my job, went home, ran again, or did some cross training, swam a lot, went to bed. Didn't really date, didn't really do much else. Didn't take myself off to the cinema. Just kind of sat, just week in, week out. It's just repetitive consistency. That was all I think I put it down to.
Of all of the things that you have done to achieve, you were talking about 2:19 time. You've also run a 2:17.
Yeah.
In order to get anywhere near those times, what have you found single-handedly is the greatest lever that you've pulled? Is it the high mileage consistently?
It's just consistency for sure. It doesn't matter what your training methodology you believe in is. There's so many about running. You've got nowadays double threshold's really popular, but there's loads of styles you can train in. But just sticking to one thing for a very long time, I think pays off. Like,
do you know what you're doing before you go out? So obviously now is a bit different. I'm talking about when you were becoming the athlete that you are now.
Yeah.
Would you go to the park and just start running? Because it has to be quite a long run anyway. If you're running, 100 miles a week, that's 160k. You're doing one long run a week. Did you say?
Yeah.
So your long run is marathon distance.
Yes, it would have been like. So I always knew what I'd do in a week. I just would never plan ahead.
Yeah,
I knew what session I was going to do. I knew what kind of paces I was going to hit every week, sort of, to be honest. But I'd kind of rinse and repeat the same workouts.
How much of it was slow?
Like at least like a lot.
And what is
Monday,
slow to you?
Tuesday?
Like what is your zone 2 pace?
I mean, it's changed a lot over the last like 4 or 5 years. I used to run at 5:30s per K when I first started. So I was already pretty quick that was like 120, 130 beats per minute heart rate. And then now, for example, yesterday I did an hour on the treadmill at 4:05s and my heart rate was 128. So like, you just, it just progresses.
So you can run a sub 3 hour marathon in zone 1.
Probably.
It's pretty sweet, isn't it?
It's cool. But the funny thing is like you don't really acknowledge your own progression, because like now I only run with really fast blokes. Like every weekend I do this like group session, and every single one of those guys is quicker than me and way fitter than me. And like on Saturday I did a last like.
Are they pros though? So who are these people? Like to me, I just find it.
They're normal guys with normal jobs. It's crazy.
All
of them. Yeah.
I was having this conversation this morning with someone in the gym that I didn't know. So I was in the gym and somebody mentioned the Sam Brown thing again with the kind of shit pro versus good amateur.
Yeah.
And I was chatting to him. I was like, I'm nowhere near either of those things. Like, I'm not a good amateur. I would be considered a very average runner, like not to the average person, but in the running community. Like if I went to a good run club, I'm right at the back, right? Like, and I know that, like, happily compete with anyone over 500k.
Yeah,
I reckon I'll come out just fine.
It's a different sport, though.
Different thing. Yeah. And like, I was reminded of that yesterday. I did a track session yesterday, and I was running like 3:10s, like
Yeah.
laps. So like quite fast for me. I'm 86 kilos, I wouldn't go too much faster than that. And there was a group of young lads there,
Yeah.
topless, probably weighed like 61, 62 kilos, literally sprinting
Yeah.
past me, but just cruising. So like
They
super
look so calm,
long. So
yeah.
I'm like really giving it some warthog around the
Yeah,
track,
yeah,
like
yeah.
thinking I look
Yeah.
like them,
And you look at them run and they're so
Yeah.
flowy.
so
and like,
agile and
yeah.
so flowy, like a kind of fighter, like a stream of fighter jets
Yeah.
going past, and I like so much faster. They're going at, I don't know, I want to say 240s or something,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
like just cruising, and I was just like, this is
Depressing.
just depressing.
Yeah.
I'm in one of my speed sessions, like normally at the like that. This is me at my I couldn't look better
Yeah,
peak, you know,
yeah.
and it's just like these guys are like I'm a joke compared to them.
It was on Saturday. They were all running, and like one of them is a guy called Charlie Sanderson, who you might have seen now. He puts quite a lot online, but he's a teacher. He's a normal 9 to 5, and he's a 2:15 runner, marathon runner, and he's a teacher.
But what's happening?
That's mad.
I remember a time when I thought my brother was a very serious runner because he would run all of the time. He was like a rake thin. Like he used to be, he was never overweight, but he was just like carrying kind of a normal office frame. And when my other brother passed away, my brother started running a lot, and he did a lot of marathons and a lot of events and raising money for the Michael Matthews Foundation. And I remember as a young kid thinking, God, like you can't take it much more seriously than James. You know?
You can. There are levels.
Oh, I know. And James would go on these like 30K runs, 35K runs. And I can remember growing up with this sense of like, wow, he's extraordinary. He went and did an Ironman and whatever else. And like, obviously this predates Super Shoes, but James ran, I think James's PB was a 3:04, which back then I think was pretty good. Like I seem to remember that breaking 3, like everyone was interested in breaking 4.
Yeah.
Like not elites, obviously, and people, but the general consensus of a good marathon was, under 4, going out and getting under 4. Now, like breaking 3 is pretty normal, I think. Like loads of people break 3. And then
I think it's going to be, I'm interested.
You guys all down at the 3:15 thing is insane. Like, sorry, at the 2:15 thing.
Yeah. I think my theory is that the noise often is because running's become really popular. So it's very big on social media now. And everyone who's putting out on social media like stuff is wanting to do the sub 3s. And actually like the first kind of cracks I've seen is like Manchester Marathon last weekend. A lot of the guys who were going for sub 3, you look up and they've just not done it. So I think you see a lot online, and this is like my main thing. My main issue with social media all the time is people say they're going to do a lot of things, and they're putting out, and then they don't do it. But no one remembers they didn't do it. But they've been preaching that I'm a sub 3 marathoner, and I think it really disrespects how hard that is for someone to do.
Imagine knowing exactly when your body's ready to push and when it's time to rest. That's what Whoop does for me. It's like having a coach on your wrist that helps me understand how the decisions I'm making are impacting my health and my performance. During my Project 7 training, Whoop helped me make smarter decisions, when to push, when to dial things back. But Whoop isn't just for big goals. Building better habits each and every day changes how you show up at work, with your kids, and even with yourself. Something I've really paid more attention to lately is my sleep. I used to think that I was one of those exceptions who could get 5-6 hours of sleep and be fine. Whoop showed me just how much better I can be when I prioritize my sleep, not just looking at duration, but also at sleep quality, sleep consistency as well, which I never would have considered before. If you want to unlock the best version of yourself, click the link in the description for 1 month free and start adding more life to your years today. We all love to push ourselves, but the real key to success is how we recover. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. And that means giving your body the right fuel to bounce back stronger every single day. I've learned about sticking to the basics day in, day out. And for me, that's where Vitals by Heights comes in. 2 small capsules in the morning are all I need to keep my energy, focus, and recovery on track. No guessing, no hassle. I don't need a complicated routine. I need consistency. Vitals gives me the nutrients I need to keep my body in top shape so that I can handle life's chaos and still perform at my best. If you're looking for simplicity and consistency, head to heights.com/Spencer and use code UT20 for 20% off your first month. You get a lot of people that that don't even really run, who just assume that they can run
The
sub 3.
entries like,
I'm going to go for sub 3. It's like, have you ran a marathon before?
Yeah.
And like, I've got friends who literally are going, I'm running London. And it's like their first or second marathon. They're going for sub 3. And they've never ran like anything under a 3:40. And I'm like, it's a very different thing.
And I think also if you're just looking that, if you're then doing a marathon and you're seeing all these people online saying, I'm going for sub 3, then you're like, well, I can do that.
Yeah.
And then you get to marathon day, you've had a real struggle in training because you're trying to hit 4:14.
Chase some pace that you can't
quite get, because maybe it's your first or second marathon. You do the marathon, you have an awful time during it, you finish and you feel disappointed because you didn't get your time. But in fact, actually, the goal should never have been that. And actually, you should sit back and go, I've just run a marathon. So I think that's the main kind of issue I have.
If they're not targeting some big new goal, just enjoy the day. It's one of sport's best days. Right?
Yeah,
enjoy the day.
Yeah, for me, it was last year was eye-opening for me in terms of I realized I needed to touch grass. Like seriously, I'd spent so long focusing on. London last year was meant to be like my big race. I was going to announce myself to the world stage. I'm going to do I think I wanted to do 2:16, and I went, you know what I need to do? I'm going to use all my annual leave. I'm going to go to Kenya and train out there for a month and just dial in and lock in at altitude. I'm going to do everything possible. I'm going to just act like I'm going to be a monk to this like marathon, and I'm going to get to the start line and I'm going to smash London. And I get to the start line. I go through halfway out on time, but it was a really hot day. And by 28K, I lost my hearing. I barely could see, and I just completely fucked it. I completely fucked it. And then
I lost my hearing and barely could see.
And then I started walking.
And 14K left as well.
And I had 14. So my first half was 68 minutes flat. My second half was 1 hour 30. So, the last 14K essentially jogged it.
What was going through your mind at the time when you decided to pull up?
I looked at myself, I was like, what have I done? Like, what am I? I'm such an idiot. Like, I haven't enjoyed this block of work because I've been so stressed about making sure it's perfect, hitting all my times, ignoring friends, not really being present, as you were saying. And then at the end of the day, it could just be a bad, hot day and you have a nightmare. And then you look back and go, I didn't enjoy any of the last 3 months. What are you doing? And so it's what a waste of time. Like literally, I've just ruined 3 months of my life for a target that no one gives a fuck about either. I can go and run a 2:30 tomorrow in London next week, or, I can go and do an amazing time, right? 10 people are going to be like, that's amazing. You go, well done. The scroll on. If I have another nightmare, again, people look back, go, laugh. Oh, what an idiot. He's telling everyone else he's really quick. He's done a horrible time. Scroll on. On the Tuesday, no one remembers. If I do really well, my girlfriend will be super proud of me. She'll be like, well done. And then she'll be like, oh, but I'm also doing it. So Jordan, it's like, no one cares. And like, if you just every time you're like, I now realize like I love running.
Yeah.
I'll go back on Monday morning. I'll probably go for a run. I love doing the activity. I like the stuff it's brought me. I like routine. I like all the things around it as well. That's why I do it. And if you don't have that, really evaluate why you keep signing up to marathons and having a horrible time. Because just evaluate. There's another thing. Go do Pilates. Go do, rowing. Whatever you want to do, high rocks. Go do it. Try something else. Because if you're just in these blocks where you fucking hate life, and then you might get your time, but every time I hit a time goal, I finished. And like when I did 2:17 in December, I crossed that line. I was super emotional for 2 seconds and then went, I wasn't actually that hard. I think I've got more in me. And then I felt depressed the next day because I was like, actually, I could probably get a 2:15 now. And then maybe if I get 2:15, I'll be like, maybe a 2:10, and every time it happens.
It is, and the thing with me as well, because I'm probably even less immersed in like the running world than you are, right? I have some friends obviously that are good runners and I run with them, but most people don't even know what it means.
Yeah, it's interesting for me. I thought the breaking the marathon goals. I thought, you know, getting the 2:19, 2:17 would like blow me up on social media.
Yeah,
it's so unrelatable.
Yeah.
No one knows what.
I don't think anyone knows what it is.
No, so the ones that I've always found do the best are the 5 and 10Ks when I like put the splits up, because then everyone's done. Most people know what a 5K is.
What is your 5K time?
Oh, it's like 14:40.
It's disgusting. You're a hideous beast.
It should be quicker.
14 what? Should be quicker.
Yeah, my half is 63 minutes. So that's like 3 flats. So that's a 15-minute 5K. So like for a half. So like you think like my 5K should be like hopefully low 14s, but it's a different pain.
Yeah. Do you listen to music when you run?
Yeah.
What's the weirdest music you listen to when you run?
I'm a big like Eminem fan.
Yeah, me too.
My sins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he
like
is.
The weird.
He's good.
The early 2000s, late 90s Eminem, where he clearly needed help.
Where he's very angry.
Yeah. He's so angry. He's so angry. Like, what's his issue? He just hates everyone.
He hates everyone.
But you get
it's good though.
It helps you. Yeah. And
I love that. And like any like American rock and roll, any like Sum 41?
No,
or like, nothing like that.
It's very. I like also folk music. Like
folk.
Yeah, a bit weird. Don't know why.
Like kind of religious music.
No. Just how do you describe folk? Like
It's just like
happy chappy.
of like country music.
Country. Yeah,
okay.
it's country.
What am I thinking of? Gospel.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I'm thinking of.
Hey, it does. If you listen to it, they really know how to sing, but it's not for me. Me and Jesus don't see eye to eye on a lot of things. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you not?
No. I'm not particularly religious.
I listen to I listen to what's that Hugh Jackman film where he brings the circus back?
And it's
The Greatest Showman.
I listened to that. That's really hyped.
It's unreal. Like honestly, when The Greatest Showman comes on, right, just randomly when I'm on the track, like PBs incoming.
It's really big. Yeah,
it's such a belter.
It hits every time.
Every time.
He's
actually a great singer.
Yeah, it comes sometimes. You know, I use DJ Spotify.
Do you?
Spotify, the DJ function.
And do you just tell it you like a bit of Hugh?
No, he just knows.
He knows.
The AI is so good these days. It's like, just take over my life, please.
Yeah. I had an idea, by the way. Sorry, just before I forget it, because obviously we both have attention issues. I
actually do think we have both have ADHD. This is a terrible podcast. Apologies.
It's brilliant. Yeah, good luck, Simon, in the edit. I forgot. No, I haven't. Okay, so I pitched this to my wife.
Okay.
And she obviously is not a superstar runner like us, so she didn't get it, right? So she shot it down like hard, and I actually thought it was a bit rude.
Okay.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there.
You tell her.
Yeah, I will. Like, she doesn't listen to this, so she'll never hear this. So leave it in. So I want to create. I just think everyone who's like a billionaire has an AI company.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, if we're chasing that vibe, maybe we should have one. And I thought that...
I thought you were about to say you're a billionaire for a second. I was like,
no.
yes.
No, I mean, I'd really like to be.
Who wouldn't?
So the AI...
Yes.
I want an AI to mix music live based on my heart rate.
Spotify already do that.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Are you mad? No, so hang on. So I'm on a light jog.
Yeah.
It's just happy.
You can literally type in your beats per minute and it will sync to music.
I mean, you got to tell it though. It doesn't just know.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's pretty close. Is there worth doing the investment for Spotify to probably come up with it quicker?
But we could sell it to Spotify if we just kept it quiet. I think this is because imagine this. Just imagine this.
Yeah.
We're looping the track, right? We're just doing like 5 laps as a warm up. We're running 450s, right? We're cruising, right?
Yeah.
We're in the plates. We're not in spikes. We're in plated shoes. We're cruising. You and I are best mates. We're just running around the track, right? And it's calm, and it's just playing nice, like bit of classical, maybe something. I don't know, whatever. Maybe a bit of gospel or some Bach. Yeah, exactly. And then all of a sudden, you know, we get to the start line and we click into the chorus and we suddenly thump it up and we go from, you know, 120 beats per minute to 170 a minute straight up, bam. And just like Eminem just fucking lands in the middle of the Bach though.
Yeah,
but imagine.
My only issue is that sometimes on my darkest days when I'm running slowest, after a big session
Still
the day
probably
before,
like 310s. But
I need Eminem to get angry so I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
carry on.
well, can't we just say like, listen, if you could sprinkle in some Eminem, we'd be happy.
Yeah, I mean, you could, I guess
Maybe it could pick up on your mood as well.
they'll know. You can get one of those Elon Musk chips in your
Things.
brain. Yeah,
Listen, I never said I was the person to bring this to market, right? I just think it's a cool
It's a
thing.
good idea,
if it
yeah.
knew how you felt and what you were doing, it
Yeah.
could play the appropriate song.
it's like when that guy was on the podcast and he came up with the flat white or fuck off.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not going to do it, but someone else can take this idea. And they did. And it's actually quite a successful business.
I'd be furious if I heard that this exists in a year and I'm not involved.
It does exist now.
Yeah.
I guess. There's more
But where does it exist? I don't.
on Spotify.
So on Spotify, I can have it'll mix music for me
Well,
when I'm running based
yeah.
on my heart rate.
No, it doesn't. Or not. The heart rate thing connection is the gap.
But that's the whole point. Like so it will serve
I
up.
feel like this is a long tangent.
It will serve up music that's appropriate to my pace, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not going to invest in that.
GPS. So like if you're traveling, like it could be based off pace.
But
not
then
heart
you'd
rate.
have to have a connection between Spotify and the chorus, and business
Yeah.
conflicts. As
Listen, I'm not giving up on it quite yet.
Yeah.
Okay, you might know this. I assume you go through a lot of shoes.
Yeah.
So I run in Adi Zero.
The illegal ones.
They're
Yeah.
not illegal.
The
actually.
prime ones.
They might be illegal to you. No, not even. I don't think.
No, you can wear them.
I know.
I can't. Apparently they're amazing. I've never worn them.
They're great.
Yeah, apparently they make you fly. For a heavier guy, they're perfect.
Oh my God. Someone finally said it, Simon. I was right.
You were right.
Yeah. So I said
I couldn't wear, because you think about it, if you're 60 kilograms,
no point.
they're way too heavy for you.
Yeah.
But so that's why you would choose like an R3 or a A6 Tokyo Sky.
Saucony Endorphin 2
Yeah,
or
or
something.
whatever.
Pro
But
2.
the ones that are really, or the Addy Evo Pro 3s, which are 97 grams,
Yeah.
right? Crazy.
I saw those. God.
They look
like,
beautiful, but you and them you wouldn't
crush
enjoy them. Yeah.
I crushed
Whereas those prime strung ones, they're heavier, but they've got two plates.
but they're great though.
Yeah.
I fly in those things. I love them. And also like they keep everything lined up nicely. I strike perfectly in them
Yeah.
as well. Like it's all like when even the Pro 4, like I'm over the top of it.
Those
And-
are thin shoes.
And the Addy the Addy Zero Pro 4, I'm over the top of it. The Alpha Fly just like doesn't really sit that well with me, although I do like it as a shoe.
I just hate the sound of an Alpha Fly. Clip clop.
It's crazy.
So-
it's so noisy.
It's so just like Nike, just reduce that, please.
Recently, you've been documenting your taper.
Mhm.
Why is this period so important?
I think if you're actually for everyone, to be honest, but specifically for me, I've been training intensely since January 1st. So that's like 12 to 16 weeks of like dense running. I've had a couple of slightly less down weeks with some like races. I did Valencia 10K in January, then I did Barcelona half. And so just to sprinkle in a couple of like races to keep it a bit fresh. But if you've done like 12, 16 week block, right, you've done all this intense work, you need time for your body to like absorb the training. So it's good to have like 2 weeks of lower volume to basically recover, let your body get back to full health, and then you're ready to go. But it is an intensely boring period for someone like me who spends, 15 to 20 hours a week training to go to like not even 10.
If I were to just not that I have the power to do this, but if I were to theoretically just take running away from you, what would you do?
If you a real struggle, it's happened. Okay, because I got a stress fracture a couple of years ago, and it went badly for everyone around me.
What happened? I was just shocking mood and horrendous little thing.
No, I just went and got pissed off a lot, and then
Did you?
Yeah, and then I peroxided my hair blonde, which was not a look.
Eminem.
Yeah, I didn't shave it though, so it was just this floppiness, but like white. They kind of got it wrong as well. It was like so in your face.
Were you quite a big drinker before you discovered like this level of elite running?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the issue is for me is that I definitely think I've got an addictive personality. I wouldn't say like if I couldn't run anymore, I'd get addicted to something else. So like when I'm injured, I then like hammered the bike. So I did cycle to work scheme from my job, and I bought the most expensive bike. I had no right to buy it. I could not afford it. I bought this mad bike from Sigma Sport. And then like every day would go and do like 50 to 100K before work. And I remember my physio being like, Hugo, you do have like a grade 4 stress fracture. This is terrible. And I was like, yeah, I know. And he was like, you can stop cycling. And I was like, but I don't want to. And he was like, okay, I can't stop. They can't stop me. But yeah, I did some reckless, to be honest, like, yeah, I lost my head. But I got another injury after that. And I learned many more coping mechanisms. So,
Lovely.
But exercise is very much a clutch for me.
The health and wellness space is noisy and confusing. There's so much advice out there about how to eat cleaner, perform better, and live healthier. But health is personal, and you need to understand your body to make the best choices. That's why I've partnered with Randox Health. They offer medically backed health checks that give you a clear picture of what's really going on. I recently took their Everyman Health Assessment, and they test up to 150 biomarkers, including nutrition, hormones, inflammation, prostate, and heart health. Things you just can't see from the outside. Randox Health gives you personalized insight that you can actually use, and you can repeat the test after 6 months to track how your health is changing over time. Normally, getting a health check means long waiting times and confusing results. With Randox Health, there's no GP referral needed, just clear, fast results. You book your appointment online, visit a clinic near you, and get results within 2 hours of your test reaching the lab. They also offer Every Woman Health Assessment, designed specifically for women's health needs. Take control of your health today and into the future. Save 20% on all health checks using code UNTAPPED at randoxhealth.com. When it comes to pushing limits and unlocking your true potential, it's not just about effort, it's also about recovery. The real magic happens when you give your body the tools that it needs to bounce back stronger, and that's where Bond Charge comes in. The infrared sauna blanket heats up in less than 1 minute and is designed to help you recover faster, burn calories, and flush out toxins, all from the comfort of your own home. Having the benefit of a sauna wherever you are is amazing. After a tough workout or even a busy day, I can jump in for 30-40 minutes, let my body fully recover, and I'm ready to take on the next challenge. Bond Charge has helped over 250,000 customers unlock their best selves, and it's easy to see why. If you're looking for a way to take your performance and recovery to the next level, this is it. So, if you're ready to take your daily habits up a level, head to bondcharge.com and use code UT15 to save 15% on everything from Bond Charge.
Your story reminds me a little bit of kind of Rose Harvey's. You know, like she was a lawyer and used to drink a fair amount, and then COVID happened and she got really good at running, and now she's a Team GB Olympic marathon runner. How many people like you and her do you think exist in the shadows?
I think it's the hard part is finding what you're good at, finding that thing, and then realizing you're good at it before the opportunity goes away. Like I wish I'd found running 5 years before I did. Not that I'm particularly old, I'm nearly 30, but if I'd found it when I was 20, not 25, I think my life could have been a bit more different. But I've been really fortunate that I would not be able to get as good as I am if I hadn't been able to move to the social media side of stuff. That has allowed me so much more flexibility to really push the next level. If that makes sense. So I definitely have had that luxury. But again, that's taken a lot of work. Like I started doing social media in January last year. So I've been doing it for 15 months now. But that has opened so many more doors for me than running. I would never be able to make money from running if I didn't have the social media side. So like, I think that's the difference between me and someone like Rose, because she's like a full-time athlete. She doesn't waste her time doing taper diaries and filming herself.
She does. She runs hard though. I mean, you're faster than her, but obviously male female split. But I mean, I looked at one of her sessions the other day on Strava. It just looked like a joke.
Yeah, they're big. I mean, some of you realize I've realized how far I've got to go when I look at when I look at pros training and what they do. Like some of the stuff, especially like Phil Sessman puts it all on Strava. It's definitely worth a follow. And they do these things like they're called special blocks, and they're on like a Friday, and they'll do like 20K at marathon pace in the morning, and then like another 10 15K in the evening faster, and there'll be 2 days where it's over a marathon. And it's like, I'm nowhere near that yet, which is exciting because when you think the reason I love the marathon is that when you think you're good at it, you get humbled so quickly by it, and there's always someone better than you to chase. And that's what's the nice thing. It's like you can't complete it. There's always space to grow.
The pace that like the elite marathoners run at and the pace that you run at is mind-boggling to me.
It's fun.
What do you average in a marathon, just pace-wise?
This time I'll be trying to go for like 3:10, 3:12 per K. So that's like
that's my 400 meter
15:50.
It's wild.
I think the quicker you go, your economy gets better. You like that pace just starts to feel more comfortable. Like I remember less than a year ago, I only broke 30 minutes in the 10K in January. I only broke 15 minutes in the 5K in December. So my growth has been like exponentially very, very quick, which has been super cool to see. But, I've just got a coach now, and he's helped me like with loads of structure and doing the right sessions. And also like when you coach yourself, I'm sure you find this as well. Like I'm very comfortable with not putting myself in the bin, whereas he'll be like, you need to do this session at this pace. And I would never have set myself that because it would scare me. Whereas now he's like, you just got to do it.
I think that's interesting. I find it much easier to run harder sessions with people.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So like if I set myself kind of like, I'm going to go out and I'm going to do 4 sets of 5K at 4.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that on my own.
No, you have to have people.
I've set off to do it on my own, and like you get through the first one, and then you're just like, actually, I might just cool down.
My growth my growth has come from training with people. Yeah. Like being in a group, finding people who are quicker than you is so much better because then you can just like
I just don't know
hang
who you would
on.
call. Like
there are a lot of people. You'll find them.
Anyway, coming back to tapering.
Yeah, sorry.
What actually happens to your body when you taper, and why do people feel loads of kind of niggles that you
lethargic
don't
and
feel ordinarily? Like I think the days leading up to a marathon are just the worst, right? Because like all of a sudden it's like, do I have a broken hip? And like is my knee okay? Like I feel like I have all kinds of issues.
I did my last like session before the marathon. I did 5K this morning, and like I've never done one of those sessions where you feel good and you're running at marathon pace essentially. And I was just like, oh God, I have to do this for 42K. This is a nightmare. Like shit in your head. I think it's because you are less structured than you usually are because you're doing less and you're trying to relax. And then you're seeing loads of things, people telling you to do X, Y, and Z during your taper. And then you have to start thinking about the carb load, and people kind of overcomplicate that so much. And so you've got all this information coming at you. It could be your first marathon. You could be slightly intimidated by it anyway. If it's your first, you might have only done 32K as a training run. So to think, I've got another 10K, you're just in your head the whole time. And then you might be carrying a couple of injuries anyway. But in your training, you were just kind of running through it. And now you're sitting still and you're just with it, with all this information. And I think people just kind of lose their heads a bit.
Are you constantly carb loading with the amount of training you do, or are you focusing specifically on a carb load pre-race?
It's a bit different. So yeah, I mean, I guess I eat like 5,000 to 6,000 calories a day, probably.
At the moment, 5,000 or 6,000 calories.
5,000 to 6,000, yeah. Because I on average run 180K a week. It's like 25K a day. So you're burning 2,000, 3,000 every day
on top of your base. Right.
And then a carb load essentially is just like topping up glycogen stores. So when I lower my volume, I personally don't go too hard on the carb load because I'm like, if I've lowered my volume, right, I'm only running 5-10K a day now. If I carry on eating the same way, I'm going to be loaded anyway. I'm going to be loaded anyway. I think what people get really wrong is that they think it's a calorie load rather than a carb load. And they kind of forget that they're not really meant to be smashing protein and fats, especially the fats one. So like they'll be having like huge meals with lots of like maybe a fatty sauce. And actually the idea is you're meant to just purely focus on the carbohydrates and limit your fats and proteins. It's not that deep, to be honest, for most people. But if you really want to do it properly, you just stick to like very simple carbohydrates. You maybe aim for the target range usually is 8 to 12 grams of carbohydrates per kilogram of body weight.
Christ, I thought it was 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight.
Like 1.2. That's like you eat more than 82 carbs in a bagel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what is it? 10 grams?
It's 10 grams.
10.
So you need 800 grams of carbs if you're 80.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Simon, like, are you all right, mate? It's 10 grams. Okay, Simon putting 1 gram on the sheet. What an idiot. Simon.
Isn't written anywhere.
Yes, it is, Simon. Look at this nonsense. Look at. Okay, fine.
So you
10
need
grams.
so if you think about it, if you
But
look,
so I eat about a kilo of rice before a race, right?
yeah, that's a lot.
Well, it's a bit more than 10
No,
grams.
just
like
before?
12 grams.
Just before.
No, in the 3 days. leading
Oh
up to it.
gosh, thank God! I was like,
Yeah, I'm stuffing a kilo in my face
Some
in the
people do
morning of the
weird shit,
marathon.
yeah.
No, mate.
If you think like, so I was working out with my girlfriend this morning, and it turns out she needs exactly like 10 grams, 10 bagels, essentially the day
10
before.
bagels?
Yeah, the day before. Those
What?
like New York style bagels.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the equivalent.
She's not eating 10 bagels the day before a marathon, is she?
No, I mean, I don't think she will, but that's kind of the recommendation. Yeah. So it's like for her, it was like, because that's about 420 grams of carb is 10 bagels.
Yeah.
So when you
Is
actually
she
put it out
42
like that,
kilos?
no, we were doing 8 grams. Because if you're new to the carb loading, don't go to the top end of the spectrum. Go definitely to the one you're going to be more comfortable at. And I go to the one I'm more comfortable at, which is I don't even do those like crazy numbers because I don't love the feeling of feeling like heavy and watery.
But you do rice only, right?
I mean, I mix it up, but yeah, I do a lot of rice.
You're the rice guy.
I know. Rice is the best option.
You're rice and repeat.
Rice is the best option.
You mean to say you're eating bagels?
I have a bagel occasionally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly. It
I
just
know.
doesn't. I suppose it doesn't rhyme. Bagels and repeat.
Exactly.
Crap.
Yeah, it's terrible. Where's the
had
marketing?
Have you had a bee bagel?
A bee bagel.
Bee bagel.
Well, the store.
Yeah, it's a bagel company.
Yeah, they're all right.
They're great,
Oh,
mate.
come on.
What are you talking about?
Go to New York, have a proper.
No, we're not in New York. I'm talking about carb loading.
There's a lot better than bee bagel.
Bee bagel's pretty good, mate.
Is it?
Have you had one of
You
those?
angling for a sponsorship?
Not what.
There's
I mean,
one
if
just
they wanted.
There's one just outside Chelsea Westminster Hospital, isn't there?
Yes, there is.
Yeah, I've been there.
We spent our lives in there.
Yeah.
4 kids on the way.
Yeah. So they also have a farm shop next in the Chelsea and Westminster, which is a rip-off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, but they do good products.
Bee bagel, coronation chicken bagel
Mm.
with like big crunchy lettuce and
Yeah.
just like really like heavy
Is that your
mayonnaise.
go-to?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's really,
Yeah.
really good. But so are you saying that for perfect results,
Mhm.
you should only eat carbs for a couple of days before?
Not only carbs.
Because some
but
elite guys only eat white rice, yeah?
I mean, they are very much, and they're drinking carb mix as well, and they're having gels. Like when I talked to I'm sponsored by Precision Fuel, and they were very much like, yeah, it's pretty much only carbohydrate. If you're a normal human, it's actually very hard to just purely eat carbohydrates. Like you will get incredibly bored of just having rice and honey and like a baguette and bagels by themselves, right? So
Is the carb source from a bagel compared with white rice comparable?
they're quite dense. But the issue for the reason I've always said rice is good is because I think everyone's kind of slightly got something with gluten. Not every, like I don't think anyone out there feels 100% after smashing loads of gluten. Rice, therefore, smashing 10 bagels, that's going to sit in your stomach. Whereas rice,
especially if it's your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Jesus, 10 bagels. It'd be music to Vogue's ears.
yeah. So if the right rice, there's no gluten in it, so it's easier to sit. It just sits. It's quick digesting. There's not a lot of fiber in it, which is good. You want to reduce the fiber as well because
otherwise you shit.
yeah, you just don't want to be on the toilet.
I had my first experience of a gel making your tummy a bit wonky in training the other day. Never happened in a race, thankfully. But I had it, and I think I can pinpoint what it is, just in case it's interesting.
Yeah. What do you think it is?
So I had it first.
Okay.
So basically,
I'm questioning this, but okay, we'll roll with it. I
will.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know when you wake up.
Yeah.
When you wake up. Yeah.
Yeah. I do it every day.
Yeah.
Hopefully for another 50 years.
So when you wake up, I I would ordinarily have like a glass of water with some creatine and a couple of bits and bobs and maybe like some eggs or like some Faye yogurt or like an apple or something, right? And then I would train, like, and I would go, and if it was a big heavy session, I'd have a gel like 20 minutes before the session, and then maybe a gel halfway through the session, and then maybe even a gel at the end of the session if it's a big Larry thing.
Yeah.
But this day I woke up and it was like 7:30 and the session was at 8 with a friend, and I literally just gelled, right? So I woke up, gelled before water or anything. So it's the very first thing into my tummy, right?
Yeah.
Then I probably had a glass of water with some creatine and then just went straight out the door and went and trained. And that made me want to shit myself.
So I'm not an expert on this, but I believe the reason you do have stomach issues when you have gels is because when your heart rate is at like above like 170, your blood focuses on muscles rather than your digestive system. So it actually your digestive system slows down. So then you smack a gel when your digestive system is slowed, and it just sits there and like chugs around. And also dehydration plays a big part in it. And then epic disasters. I've had many. So
I nearly couldn't finish my set.
Oh yeah, no, I've many times. Just the Battersea toilets are very good.
Yeah, there are.
They're perfectly placed,
there's
either side.
Now, there's one outside the pear tree as well. So there's 3, unless you get really unlucky.
Unless you're the other side, by the gate.
But even then, you're not that
far.
Only
you can survive. Yeah, you can survive. Yeah. But it's a really unpleasant. If you haven't had it, it's a really unpleasant feeling, isn't it?
It's not great when you're trying to
work hard as well
on working hard.
Yeah, and you've just got these stomach pains.
And you've just got like, you kind of know as well that were you to relax, it would be a very serious problem.
Yeah, that's why I wear half tights as well.
I was actually thinking, I always wear half tights, and I was thinking about that in the race. In fact, I was thinking, like, if I was on for like, say, a 255 or 254 or something, I was just running, would I just shit myself? I think I probably would.
I think I'd make that deal with the devil. If someone with a gun to my head tomorrow said, in front of millions of people at London Marathon, you would get your target time, but you'd have to shit yourself. I'd probably do it.
I'm in.
I'm fully in.
I think the alternative is potentially worse, because you have to shit on the streets, which firstly I wouldn't want to do that to my beloved London, and secondly, like,
there are portaloos around the place.
No, but I'm saying, like, just when you got to go type thing.
Yeah,
right? And it's like
that's why I've always thought the split shorts could be an interesting move. The split shorts.
Oh yeah,
because you could open the side up and just go full ham.
I think that I chafe in those. I wouldn't trust those over a marathon. Yeah. I've got those as well. Obviously.
I mean, Paula Radcliffe famously did that.
I know, yeah, but
and
it follows her around a bit, doesn't it? It's not a big deal.
No.
I don't care.
No,
but
she ran like a crazy time.
I'd rather just do it and not tell anyone. And by the you'd hope it was somewhere near the end, right?
It might cause quite bad chafing though.
It would be horrendous, and it would smell and everything. But like, at least
I remember in Valencia last year, I did the marathon. It wasn't a great marathon for me, and a couple of people were overtaking me.
Oh dear. And that must be awful.
Yeah, it was quite depressing. And this guy ran past me, and I was like really struggling, and I just saw shit all down his legs and on the back. And I thought, I was like, my day's bad, but you know what? You can beat me.
Do you think that the half tight would keep it in?
Or do you Some of them are tight. Yeah, I think so.
I think my
maybe get a dribble.
It's quite grim. It is grim. It is grim.
Also, like, I've
never done that as an adult.
Have you ever? Do you take the beetroot stuff?
The turmeric stuff?
No, beetroot.
Yeah, but turmeric have a beetroot.
Oh no, it's there's a company called Beat It.
Oh.
Who it's just nitrates, just beetroot.
It's good.
It's amazing.
What's it do?
So nitrates increase your blood flow, so you can carry more oxygen in your blood.
What?
Yeah.
How long do I need to drink this shit for? Do I have time now?
Yeah. Oh my god, get on it.
Where is it?
Beat It. Have you never heard of beetroot shots? Oh, they're great.
Should I just drink loads of them?
Yeah, you drink one a day.
But like, I could have like 3 a day just to make up for
No, I wouldn't do that. I'll explain why. They really make you. They'll go through you. And they turn everything red down there.
Okay.
So like you'll go to the loo and it's like
shining.
And I thought I was dying the first time it happened to me. I like looked down at the loo and it was just
It's red. Like when you take heights and you've forgotten that you've taken heights and you just piss this like bright orange stuff and you go, have I got hepatitis?
I thought I had to Google it. I remember the first time I took it, I got sent some, and then I remember like looking at the loo, I was like, I was like, that's really not good. And I did not, because I hadn't changed anything in my diet. I was
No.
like, oh my God, I'm actually ill.
Yeah.
I'm so worried. And then I was like, okay, it's fine. And by the end of the day,
I thought the same.
I took it the next day, happened again. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm going to die. Luckily I didn't. But yeah, take beetroot. It's great for you.
You'll be pleased to know that there's only 2 questions left. Okay.
Survived so far.
If somebody's training for their first marathon or
Mhm.
their first Ironman or kind of proper event, what are the 3 things that they should focus on the most?
I can't speak for the Ironman. I guess if you're doing an Ironman, focus on the swimming, running, and biking. Those are the 3 things. Boom. Ticked off. 1-0. For running, I think get a plan you can stick to. The key here is realism. Okay, just like sit down in front of the mirror. Realism. Just sit in front of the mirror and just go, can I actually do a sub 3? If the answer is no, just, or whatever the goal you think you're going to do is, just please don't set a plan that is way too hard, because you won't enjoy the process.
And just to build on that as well, don't like if you're thinking you might want to go for a sub 3, like go and run like 6 or 7K at 3-hour marathon pace and see how you think you would fare, right?
Yeah.
Instead of just turning up to the marathon and blasting it out of the gates, like some lunatic.
Choose a plan that you think you can stick to. For example, like if you've never started, you're just starting running, don't go to 6 days a week running. Do 2, 3, build up slowly. Choose a plan that's like realistic to your actual. It's like New Year's resolutions. Everyone starts out with 10. By January the 3rd, you've got like 4 left because you've already broken them. Like choose something that's like realistic, okay? Just do something that's like not too crazy and you're going to stick to it for far longer. That's definitely the first point. Second point is actually like try and find something you enjoy about running first before you sign up to a marathon. Because I think a lot of people sign up to a marathon and then just resent running.
I find that odd, you see. But like it's the same thing. It's kind of like guys who go and play golf and like whinge about their wives.
Yeah.
It's like you married her. And like and also like
It's so true.
but also like what like we're on the 9th hole and it's like, oh, gotta go home to fucking Lucy. Like it's like, do you not like Lucy? Like you don't need to be with
there.
Lucy. Yeah.
No one's got a gun to your head.
Yeah. Like this feels like it's your and Lucy's decision to be together. Like I don't like it. I know some people who are a little bit like that. Same with the marathon. It's kind of like, oh, I've signed up to this fucking marathon.
Yeah.
And,
I
now I've
hate
got to go
doing it.
fucking
Yeah.
running tonight. I wish I could. I've got to go fucking try. It's like, what the fuck? Like nobody forced you to sign
It's
up.
free.
To
You literally signed up to it.
yeah, like your choice.
Yeah. It's wild to me how many people.
Same people as well.
And then there's always I think it's a character pattern. But there's a narrative online where it's like, oh, I've just been to battle with this block. It's like you're meant to enjoy it a little bit.
The block's actually supposed to be fun.
Yeah, and you're meant to see your progress and be like, and then race day is the like celebration, and it's like,
are you like? Are we the same person apart from I'm slower? Like that's that I said.
Yeah.
Race day should feel like the victory lap.
yeah,
Because you've done all your work.
and it's meant to be fun,
You've
and it's
controlled everything you can control. You've taken choice out of the matter. You've done it.
Yeah,
This is the time to go out and celebrate.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourself.
exactly.
Reap in the fruits of your hard work.
Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears. And I'm not saying you don't have to sacrifice stuff during your marathon block. You have to usually, but it's also like it's a season. Like it's a short period of time. Just try and find something in that routine that you enjoy. If maybe you like your interval sessions more, I don't know, fucking do it a bit harder or like do some more intervals. If you like your easy runs, just focus on those. Like
I was just laughing there because I was at the track last night and my wife sent me a message just as I was about to start running.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'm going to cook steak, rice and broccoli tonight. Would you like some?
dream.
And I literally went, oh my God, yeah, I'd love some. Thanks so much. This is at like 5 p.m., right? And I was just like, yeah, that sounds great. Can't wait to see you. Just about to start my session. About 20 minutes into the session, I get a pinged message and like I opened the phone and it was just like, it's all cooked and ready. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I was running, right? Running on, this is on the 3 lap thing. I was running, typing, going like, but I'm running. Like, I'm running. So would we not have cooked later? I did say, I was like, things like I cook for her most of the time.
Oh,
right?
do you?
Yeah.
I love that.
I cook every day.
I'm the same.
I cook every day, and I did say to her very lovingly. I did say like, I probably wouldn't cook your steak until you're physically like in the building.
Well, especially
only
steak,
because
it's like
it doesn't sit well.
No, it depends how thick it is, but usually it's like
it's kind of it's 4
minutes each side.
You give it a you let the thing rest maybe and then eat it.
The same amount of time as you've cooked it for. Really,
yeah. It's not a I'll eat this in an hour's time.
It's not, is it? No. It's like you never go to Farmer J's and get the steak. It's nice.
Well, I mean, I had that for lunch. I quite liked it.
Did you?
It was quite good today.
Steak
it's usually overdone.
Yeah, it's just you want to have it fresh.
It had this lovely like little sauce on it.
Yeah,
it was a little.
Or it was mustard, I think.
Yes, it was a mustard sauce.
It was a mustard sauce.
Delicious.
Delicious mustard sauce, yeah. The salad places in London are getting better. Attis is another great
Attis is wonderful. Anyway, that's enough of this. Thank you, Hugo Fry, for coming in.
I hope you got something good out of this.
I think so. I think there's loads of stuff.